Jeg sitter nå her med Richard fra Sheperton Design Studio i England. Og jeg faktisk talt så heldig at på bordet her, som du ser, så en av originalprototyperne til en stormtrooper igjen. Altså, se nå på dette her da. Han har lagt røde tenner I stedet for de typiske grå og svarte. Og det ingen hål her, og det enda ikke satt på det typiske ventilasjonsgreiene. Hjelmen utrolig... Den fra 1976, så jeg skal være veldig forsiktig hvis du snur den sånn på det. Sånn ser han ut inni. Hjelmen lagt av styren, sier Richard. Dette ikke ABS, det en form for styren. Du ser han utrolig, altså denne utrolig skrøpelige. Og han limt sammen av... How many parts is this in this helmet, Richard?
Well, to begin with, it's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts to begin with.
Okay, som man säger då, det 5 delar I den originala Stormtrooper-hjälmen. But now we are making them in 3, right? Top, front, back.
No, top. I get all the top and the back together, and the front and 2 ears, so 4 pieces.
So 4 pieces then, okay.
The breakthrough was, with this early prototype,
yes.
To get the undercut on the back, I put a serrated pipe, PVC pipe, attached to the mould. And then I retracted the molten plastic and left the pipe behind, and then pulled the pipe out.
Exactly.
And then I thought, well, and so at this stage it was made in 1 piece here, 2 pieces here, and 2 ears. Oh, no ears. So just the 3 pieces. Yeah. But it was split here. But then I thought, I have some flexible material in polyethylene, which I made the fish bombs out of, and I could possibly get the material to go all the way over and the undercut in 1 hit.
Exactly.
And so that's what I tried to do, and that's what I eventually did for the first prototype that we showed Lucas. He accepted that one. And that's why the very first ones were made out of grey polyethylene, which was for the fish ponds.
Exactly. So that's why they were painted, but it was still not fiberglass, as everybody believes.
Oh, never. Why?
So Richard, I'm so happy to be here in your studio. You're being a fan since the first movie and everything. How did you get involved with George Lucas? How did this adventure come to your door?
Well, I live in Twickenham on the Green, and a lot of people in this area are artists or artisans that feed the film and television industry for painting or for sculpture or this sort of thing. And a friend of mine next door, he was a scenic artist called Nick Pemberton, and the buyers from Lucas contacted him because he had a union ticket to make helmets and props for the film. He didn't know how to do it, but in those days, if anybody said, "Can you do this?" you automatically said yes, and then find a way.
Exactly.
What he said was, "I know a man who can." And I was the man living next door.
Yeah, and which props did Lucas actually make you to do, Andrew? What was the initial things he wanted you to make?
Nick had a few meetings with Lucas and started sculpting a red clay helmet to get the overall shape. And there didn't have any detail or anything, but he got the overall shape, which followed the concept from Ralph McQuarrie, of which we had a couple of paintings.
I saw the paintings
around the wall,
small,
but they were good enough. You know what I mean. Nick came back from the meeting with Lucas when he said, "Great, give me some." And it was a January night. He left the clay in the car, and in the morning it was all crumbled and broken and on the floor. Because the clay was only very thin over a wood.
I understand, yeah.
But it didn't matter because I'd already seen enough, and I got the picture from Ralph McQuarrie. So I sculpted up a resin and aluminium sculpture which is strong enough that I could pull thermoplastic over, because I'd already built vacuum forming machinery to make my car components, to make kayaks, to make furniture, all this sort of thing. So I knew an awful lot about thermoplastics back in 1976. And so it was very easy for me to actually make this prototype. But don't forget that we did it for nothing. We did it just to see if there was any work in the film industry. No one ordered us to do it. Lucas didn't pay or anything for this.
Exactly. But what was the time schedule like? I mean, from you started making them until they had to be finished, and how many sets of armor did you actually have to make for the first movie?
The first helmet, from Nick telling me he wanted a prototype, it took me 2 days to make the sculpture, the moulds and the processing and get something together, enough to show Lucas. Then Lucas said he needed 50 of those right away. And as soon as I'd made those 50, he said, well, they called me to the studio, and John Barry, who was the production director there, I think, he had a little round disc, and it was 3PO's eye. I said, we've been on this film 4 months and this is all we've got. They said we're in a right mess because we're meant to be filming in Tunisia in 4 weeks' time and we haven't got any armour or anything. Can you make the armour? They tried to make the armour at the studio and they tried to make it out of fiberglass and metal bashing and all this sort of stuff. I think Brian Muir and Liz Muir tried it. And I said, yeah, but because I'd already proved I could make the helmets, I said, sure, I could make the armour. And so I formulated a thermoplastic that had a lot of butadiene in. It was ABS, acrylonitrile butadiene styrene. The butadiene element, if you make that larger, is synthetic rubber, so you can get more flex out of it. As much flex as the polyethylene, which was a fish pond material.
I understand.
With ABS, I could have it white, and it didn't need painting, so the paint wouldn't flake off. Exactly. And so the armour, I ordered it up, and I got it in about 3 weeks. We made 35 mouldings, sculptures and mouldings or after moulds for armour, and the material came in about a week before it was due to go to Tunisia. And Lucas said, I need 27 minimum for Tunisia. So I made the armour, a full set of armour on the kayak machine, which was 15 feet long, every 6 minutes. So it didn't really matter. I could hit the target easily.
Perfect. So you didn't
You can only do that in thermoplastics. You can't do that in fiber.
Only with thermoplastic. But you made a stormtroopers. What other armors did you make?
Then they rang up, like John Muller, who was the costume in charge of getting costumes made.
I mean, we have this friend of us over here.
No, the studios made Darth Vader. The first ones I made were the stormtroopers and the X-wing helmets for Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
And I made all those. I think we made about 40 of those, different colours and things. And then they just used to ring up. They said, give me 2 baddies and 3 goodies. 2 black ones and 3 white ones. That's honestly all the brief I got from John Mollo.
2 baddies and 2 goodies.
3 goodies. Okay. And so I made the baddie. One of them was this one, which was, he said, I want one a bit like with a big chin sort of thing. So that was my... And
this is the guy on the Death Star.
Yeah, that's
the Death Star operator.
He's a Death Star gunner.
Yeah.
I didn't have a name for him. He wasn't written into the script, so I called him Jawbone, because he had a big jaw. and so the invoice says Jawbones. And this one down here is a bit like a samurai. Again, it's got little holes in it.
A little bit Darth Vader-ish, actually.
Yeah. Well, it was before Darth Vader.
It was before Darth Vader.
And so it had a little holes in, like Emmental cheese. So I called him a cheese grater. and invoiced the Star Wars company cheese graters. And I tell you, 30 years later, in the case against Lucas, they're still calling them Jawbone and cheese grater.
Incredible.
And then they said, give me 3 white ones, and these were 3...
Yeah. These are familiar shapes from the first movie, The Rebel Troopers, on the Canteen
As
Force.
you can see, all these 5 characters all came from just moulding blowing a blister out of plastic. A simple blister, and cutting shapes out of it.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yes.
That shape's out of the front, that shape's out of there. If you look at the front of the gunner, the underneath chin,
Yeah.
that turned upside down.
Yeah. That's
so
right.
it's one free-form blister. There's no moulds, there's nothing. It's just a free-form blister. I got all the shapes out, and so I got 5 helmets.
Incredible.
2 baddies and 3 goodies out of a simple blister.
But according to rumors, and I think I can confirm those, you have now made Stormtrooper actually available for the fans who wants to wear them, right?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And we will come back to that a little bit later in the interview, how you can obtain them. But just hang on.